It's no surprise that women have secret little thoughts about what they want their man to do or how they want them to act, and they don't say anything. Because of course, men should be mind readers and know exactly what their women wants them to do, right? Women are very, very complex creatures, and sometimes I don't think we even know what we want. And we understand, guys, it can be very frustrating for you, and I really do sympathize. When you enter the dating world, you are bound to be a little nervous, a little hot under the collar, because the fear of the unknown is very much real. It can cause some anxiety into some guys. The feeling can make you, well, want to turn around and walk back out the door, or something that we all feel at some point in our lives, but the easiest way to get over it is to take a second or two to breathe and just jump head first. What's the worst that could happen? She says no. Okay, cool. She says no. You walk away, you find someone else. It really is that simple. So guys, we've done some research and picked the brains of many women to find out what their little fantasies are when it comes to what guys can say and do. Things that they would love for their partner to do, but are maybe a little bit too shy to ask them, or they think the thrill of it won't be there if they have to ask for it. So if you could please take your seats and get out your pens and out some paper, school is now in session. Like and subscribe. Dirty talk. The average man does not make much noise when in the bedroom. They tend to grunt and breathe heavily for the most part. Some say it's because there's a lot of feelings and actions happening at the same time that the male brain simply cannot focus correctly, so they just kind of let out a grunt every now and then. However, women love dirty talk, all types of it in fact. Words of affirmation, if you will. It helps spur them on and feel more confident during the act. There's the traditional good girl, and that's nice and simple. Tell her that you are enjoying it and she's doing a good job. And then there's the more complex type of dirty girl that can range from PG to 50 Shades of Grey. Most of them are welcome in the bedroom. So have a play around and see what type of girl your woman is. But I can promise you one thing, when you get vocal, she gets more confident and the performances will get even better. Manners. Manners are such a simple yet effective thing to have in any scenario. We are brought up to learn the differences between right and wrong, to use please and thank you, and to respect others around us. Unfortunately, as some men grow up, they lose touch with this and create a godlike complex where they think they are above people and can treat others how they see fit. This is a massive turn-off for a lot of women because being rude is an ugly personality trait. So if you are out on a dinner date or just passing by some random people on the street, use your manners like excuse me, thank you, and I can guarantee that your lady will be that little bit more attracted to you knowing that your mama raised you right. Some women are a little afraid to bring this up as they don't want to come across as the stick in the mud or the boring Betty, but to all of them, it's very important. If you can't respect a stranger on the street and you don't know what's happening in their lives, who's to say that you will lose respect for your lady just as quickly? Handyman. Nobody is expecting you to be able to build a house from the ground up with your bare hands, but being able to, or at least trying to, fix things around the home as when they are needed is a very good quality to have. It's quite sexy to know that your man isn't afraid to get down and dirty and help you do up the home or redecorate it when you want to. It also saves money from getting a professional. Your home is an extension of your love, so if things begin to break, which is completely normal, and you just shrug your shoulders and continue about your day completely unbothered by the broken light bulb or maybe the shelf that needs tightening up because it keeps coming off, it sends warning signs to the ladies that if something was wrong in the relationship, something's not quite right, you would rather just walk away than try to fix it. Grooming. Now I know there's a lot of stigma around men and grooming themselves. It's apparently seen as a very feminine thing to do, but I promise you, if you are looking after yourself, then you are turning women on, not off. Hair. Get a nice haircut every 6 to 8 weeks to help maintain a healthy head of hair. Not only will you look attractive, but investing in yourself will help your self-confidence too. Facial hair. Whether it be your beard or just your eyebrows, getting them seen and maintained will also help towards your self-confidence. It's not vain to want to look good, and having your eyebrows waxed, tinted, or threaded, whatever you prefer, is good for both parties. Nails. Before you completely skip this part, nobody is saying you have to go out and get your pedicures and your manicures done every 2 weeks. Cleaning and maintaining your nails to a nice length not only stops any infections for your lady, but also emphasizes your hands. Women love hands. They are so sexy, and there is no explanation of why. So if you have manly hands and clean nails, it's a win-win for you, my friend. Be spontaneous. Being spontaneous in a relationship keeps the spark alive for both parties and stays away from the mundane routine you find yourself getting into. Women often feel that after a certain amount of time, they will fall into a routine of working, cleaning, and cooking, and more than often, their partner doesn't notice as she starts to burn out. There are a few ways that you can be spontaneous in your relationship that women secretly hope you will do. A spa day. It's not so much the amount of money that you spend on a spa day for your lady, it's the idea that you've taken time out of your day to plan something for her to enjoy herself with no ulterior motive. If your partner is constantly running around for other people, make sure everywhere is clean and the fridge is always stocked. Having a day to themselves to relax without any stress is a massive thumbs up to you. Clean around the house. When a woman gets into a routine of cooking and cleaning, it becomes very easy for her to feel like a housemaid. And if you live together, looking after your home equally will make a massive difference in your relationship. She isn't your maid and you are not staying in a hotel, so do your part. The surprise dates. Taking some time out of your day to plan a date for the two of you can touch a woman's heart. Understandably, once you are in a relationship and comfortable, date nights become less of a thing, especially if you live together. However, having just one night a month that you go out and do something together will keep both parties happy and create a healthy relationship. It's important to spend that uninterrupted time together and separate your everyday life from date night. Women often hold back from asking for what they want so they don't come across as bossy or lose out on the feelings of a surprise if you do something out of the ordinary. We've been conditioned to look after the man, make the house a home and mother the children. So when we need someone to look after us or to look after our homes, it feels like a chore to ask for some help. It could be an ego thing or it could be something else. But pay attention to your girl and how she moves around the house because her batteries could be running low as well. Now please don't think that we are expecting you to know what she is thinking. We know that you are not mind readers, we get that, but a lot of it is easier than you would think. Things she does for you that you think are cute and sweet are also things that she would like you to do for her. Did she get your favorite snacks from the store because you're feeling low? When she's feeling low, she would like you to do that for her too. Has she potted around the house whilst you've been out and cleaned up? She'd like you to also potter around and clean up as you do rather than waiting until there's a big mess to tackle. Some things might not always seem fun to you, but they mean an awful lot to her if you were to do them. And if you haven't caught on by now, what you do outside of the bedroom to help her daily stresses makes more room for bedroom fun. A happy wife is a happy life, as they say. And hopefully you've taken these things on board and written down some notes for future references. May the odds forever be in your favour, sir.